What's up, guys? It's Jazz, and yeah, it happened again where I haven't been posting. I feel like that's 90% of my content at this point. I'm not even gonna apologize anymore. I don't really care that I haven't been posting, because I haven't really been enjoying what I've been doing at all. With now loading, I've taken a huge break. I've been trying to schedule out blog posts when I get an idea and I just write it out real quick and I'll post it to hopefully at least keep some content going. But I haven't wanted to do anything with the company. But at the same time, I want to do everything with it. And so I usually just lay here feeling like crap. Because I have an idea of where I want to take it. And I know that my actions are not mapping to that. And it pisses me off, and I'm judging myself for it and trying to not judge myself for it at the same time, but then also trying to not make excuses and just own up to the fact that I'm dropping the ball. Yeah. Okay, had to fix the lighting real quick. But yeah, I haven't been wanting to do anything related to now loading on the gaming side. I've wanted to be pushing more of the video content creation side, and I was having, that's mostly where my head's been at, has been trying to come up with what kind of video stuff do I want to do. Do I want to work with businesses? Do I want to work with individuals? Do I just want to vlog? Do I just want to make my own stuff? Or do I want to make stuff for other people and get paid for it? And so I've just kind of been dabbling and seeing what I find that is slightly interesting to me. And the answer so far has been no. I'm working with one client for free, and I don't enjoy working on this project. I'm really only doing it because I said I was going to. Had my first paid client, and I dropped the ball big time on that video, and I wasn't proud of it, but I was on such a deadline, there was nothing I could do with it crashing my computer multiple times in the editing process, which also I was annoyed at because, the only thing on this computer that can be upgraded right now, there's some things, it's a mid-level computer, but really the processor's the only thing that I really need to worry about upgrading right now, and it should have just been fine, unless the graphics card can cause After Effects to crash a whole bunch, which I assume it can because it's a very graphics heavy program, and I was asking it to do a lot, and it couldn't handle it and it crashed. I'm just now getting my computer to function again, and it's been a week. Yeah, so client work so far has not been my forte, but I also think it's because I think I need to make a better vetting process, which of course this is all stuff you only learn as you're doing it, but I need to make a vetting process in which I figure out what clients I want to work with and if our creative goals align with each other, because I don't just want to make videos, I want to make videos that I like making, which is heavily inspired by Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, Lily Singh. I actually don't think I have Peter up on this wall yet. I need to update this wall. I haven't updated it in months. But people like that who make cool creative things and they bring it to life. Steven Spielberg, I watched his documentary and I absolutely loved it. It was so cool what they did. But then also K-pop music videos inspire me a lot because they do so much creative stuff in them. I'm just God, this would be so much fun to do. I haven't done it. I have all these ideas and I have yet to go out and film anything. And I like to use the fact that I don't have people to film with as my reason why, but I mean, that's not really a good reason. I could literally go and just act it out myself and spend a bit more time editing it and post. That's what my brain's been doing. It's just going back and forth between what do I want to do. So I was talking with one of my business mentors, Tom, and he made a really good point in which I need to just sit down. He was like, this is what I do. Because he always has these little notes. He has this notebook with him all the time. And I've asked him about it a couple times. But he writes in his notebook throughout the day meeting notes that he has because he's a business consultant. So he writes in all of his meeting notes. He writes in his goals for the day. It's kind of just like his catch-all. I've never seen the man without his journal. And he just will kind of reflect over every meeting and write in it. And so we had to get a new journal. He's like, here, this is what I do at the beginning of my journal. I go through the old one and I find all of the things that I wanted to do that I didn't get done. And I list them at first. It's very similar to a bullet journal now that I'm thinking about it. But then he was like, I think that's where you're at because you need to get a bit more focus on what you want Now Loading to do. Or, and it is a good possibility, you just take away the video content part from Now Loading and use Jazz Youngblood for that, and then Now Loading be only the gaming stuff. Which I like, but I've also done so many of the blog posts on Now Loading started from kind of like a personal brand standpoint that at this point, Now Loading to me almost feels like my personal brand. And I think that's where I'm getting mixed up, is because I just want to post. I don't really care what name I use, I just want to make stuff under it. But I have all the business stuff under Now Loading. But if I do a personal brand, I need to, and I want to monetize on that, and I want that to be like my photography, videography stuff, then I'm going to have to create like a mini LLC under the Now Loading LLC umbrella, or I'd have to make it completely separate. And like, that scares me because I don't know how that works. I don't know if that would mean that I own two businesses, how would taxes work, all of that terrifies me because I genuinely don't get it. But I also think a lot of the issue has been that this last 8 weeks, I was in my heaviest course load I've taken since my first semester of college. Because I just wanted to get done and I miscounted. I thought I only needed 3 classes. Turned out I needed 4 because I needed 2 more credit hours. And so I had loaded myself up on this first half of summer of classes thinking I was going to be done today when I took the last of my finals, because it's the 21st? Yeah, because classes end on the 22nd. I thought I'd be done with college on June 23rd, and I still have 8 more weeks. I was trying to not take a single class in the last 8 weeks because I know that mentally I'm done with college. I don't want to be in it anymore. And the only reason that I'm still in college right now is because I promised myself as a kid that I was going to graduate college. I quit a bunch of things whenever I was little, and I didn't want this to be one of them. And I don't think that college has helped me a whole lot. In regards to education, isn't really going to help me. I will say it has given me a good baseline knowledge of kind of every aspect of business. So like, I figured if I'm going to make myself do it, I may as well take the classes that might actually cause me to be a better business owner. So like HR, PR, advertising, social media. Social media I took for the sole sake of I read the description, went, ooh, this is going to force me to post every week. Something I struggle with more than anything else is that accountability. And so, yeah, I had to post every week. I was literally getting graded. I've never had that good of a grade in a class because I've never enjoyed a class that much. So I was taking technically 9 credit hours, which, yeah, isn't a whole lot, until you realize it's condensed down into 8 weeks, and you have 6 discussion posts every week that you have to reply. So essentially you're doing 18 discussion posts every week and writing like 3 or 4 papers a week with tests. Like, I was kind of dying. Ended up passing the classes, getting the credit, so now I only have 1 more class to go. And that is causing me to have a lot of fear almost. Definitely fear. Not fear. Uncertainty. That's a better word. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty about what am I gonna do next. There's all this pressure of, oh, you graduated, so now what are you gonna do? Are you still gonna work for Best Buy? Or are you still gonna do this now loading thing? Are you gonna grow up and get a real job? Like, holy cow, I thought I had already, like, put up a guard against society. It was nowhere near big enough. Nowhere near big enough. Because honestly, the question is, I don't know. And I don't think it's bad to not know what I'm doing right now. Because I'm trying to build something big, and in my mind, that just means that I just need to sit down and do it. But I also have to pay attention to the fact that I'm very prone to not paying attention to when I'm overworking myself, or when I need to take a break. Or I'll focus so much on trying to make content and all this stuff that all of a sudden I stop working out for 7, 8, 9 weeks. And then I wonder, man, why is my mood so messed up? Why do I have no energy to do anything? And I sit here and think about it, and I already have posted about this. I wrote an entire article about why I work out. And it's this weird phase where, like, I can see all the things I'm not doing that I need to be doing, yet there doesn't seem to be a reason that I can get myself to do anything. At first. Then I use this lady's method, the 5-second rule. If you haven't read that book or listened to it, you should do so. Whenever I really need to get something done, or I find myself just kind of not wanting to do anything, and I need to get going, like, I'll count to 5 and I'll make myself get up and do it. And it's annoying because it's things that I like doing. It's things that I want to do. But I'm just tired because I've done too much. I pushed myself too hard. And I'm trying to break that cycle where I will literally sleep for like an entire day and then be good for like 6 or 7. Because that's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. I really don't recommend it at all. Like, you have to take care of your physical and mental health before you can try to do all these other things. And that's something that I'm working on, and I'm not good at it. And it's causing all of these other issues. But yeah. So I'm going to try to come back with more content. I'm honestly, right after filming this, sitting down in front of my whiteboard that is in front of me right now, and going to try to figure out, what am I wanting to do? Where do I want to take this business? What are my next steps? Because I am so just lost right now on what I'm trying to do, and I've just lost my way completely, that I'm not getting anything done. So I'm gonna sit down and get it figured out, and probably listen to a lot of music in the process. But yeah. I don't like being honest like this. I really don't. Like, every instinct of me is saying, don't post this. But also it's necessary because I promised myself that I was going to post what it's actually like. Not only for when I make it, I can look back and watch this, but because I fully plan on being the person in my family that actually makes the groundwork for my family to do okay and to be able to actually make a difference in our world. And that's what I want to do. That's the only thing that I've known I wanted to do my whole life, is make a difference. So I gotta get back to that. Also, hi great grandkids, if you exist. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you next week.